spotted saw, junk, waste paper or materials, clumsy, awkward, scorch marks, burn marks, veneer, thin layer of plastic taken their toll on damaged, brood, extreme curiosity eagerly, cripples, feeling of hesitation, unfold, unwrap, standing to, taking up positions, searching long deep ditches, snap, a German drink, cellar, a musical instrument. Huddles making crowd, marzipan covering on a cake, dumped head, mingling, mixing and spreading, probably, possibly, unwillingly, without wishing, drafting, going, carol, song. Terrible, fearful, burned out, destroyed by fire, boarded up, covered with wooden boards, mudded, headed, confused, mincy pipe cut into smaller pieces, wispy, small bundle. Gazing, looking hard, stuffed with, spread all over her face, tenderly, softly. First question is, what did the author find in a junk shop? The author found a roll-top desk in a junk shop. Second question is, what did he find in a cereal drawer? Who do you think had put it there? And the answer is, he found a small tin box there. It had been placed by Mr. Macpherson, as I think. First question is, who had written the letter, to whom and when? And the answer is, Jim Macpherson wrote the letter to his wife Connie on the Christmas Eve from the battlefield. Second question is, why was the letter written? What was the wonderful thing that had happened? And the answer is, the letter was written to describe an unusual thing or event happened on the Christmas Eve at the battlefield. Both the enemies celebrated the eve in furiosity of war. They enjoyed together German drinks and sausages, and their carols were praised by each other. It was wonderful event that had happened on the battlefield. Third question is, what jobs did Hans Wolf and Jim Macpherson have when they were not soldiers? And the answer is, Jim Macpherson was a school teacher, whereas Hans Wolf used to play a cello in the orchestra. Fourth question is, has Hans Wolf ever been to Dorset? Why did he say he knew it? And the answer is, no, he has never been to Dorset. He learned about the place from school and reading books in English. Fifth question is, do you think Jim Macpherson came back from the war? How do you know this? And the answer is, Jim Macpherson did not return from the war. On tin box, it was written in a clumsy handwriting. Jim's last letter, received at 25/19/15, to be buried with me when time comes. This line supports your answer. First question is, why did the author go to Bridport? And the answer is, the author went to Bridport in search of Mrs. Connie Macpherson. Second question is, how old was Mrs. Macpherson now? Where was she? And the answer is, Mrs. Macpherson was 101 years old. She was nursing home situated in Dogfrisser Road, named as Burlington House. The place was on the other side of the town. First question is, who did Connie Macpherson think her visitor was? And the answer is, Connie Macpherson thought her visitor was her own husband, Jim Macpherson. Second question is, which scene in the text shows that her visitor did not try to hide his identity? And the answer is, the scene. I said I was a friend come to visit Mr. Macpherson to bring her Christmas present, shows that the visitor did not try to hide his identity. Third question is, why do Jim and Hans think that games or sports are good way to resolving conflicts? Do you agree? And the answer is, as no one dies in a game or sport, it can be a right way to resolve conflict between two nations or societies. Sport native make children orphan and nor make wives widows. I agree to this concept of resolving conflict. It would be better for the entire humanity. Fourth question is, do you think the soldiers of the two armies are like each other or different from each other? Find evidence from the story to support your answer. And the answer is soldiers are like each other and they are not at all different. Both wanted peace and harmony. They enjoyed wine and meat together, celebrated Christmas on the battlefield, moreover played football. At night they applauded each other by singing carols. Hans Wolf also narrated that each soldier must wish the fight to end as soon and they wanted to go homes. Even they wanted to resolve the conflict by sports. Fifth question is mention the various ways in which the British and German soldiers became friends and find things in common at Christmas. And the answer is the Germans wished happy Christmas to the British soldiers. After that they thought of having a party at no man's land, snatchups and sausages. The British responded it bravely and warm-heartedly. They became friends and started each other goodwill and time of peace by enjoying eating, laughing, drinking and talking. Besides, they played football that was won by the Germans by 2-1. Sixth question is the Konini Christmas present. Why is it the best Christmas present in the world? And the answer is Jim's last letter was Konini Christmas present. He was away on the front. She had been waiting for his return. Unfortunately, her house caught on fire and she had lost everything. So after so many years, when she got her husband's letter on the Christmas Eve, she lost in memory. So it is the best Christmas present in the world for her. And question is, do you think the title of the story is suitable for it? Can you think of any other titles? And the answer is the entire story revolves around the letter that belongs to Mr. Macpherson. It is really valuable for Connie Macpherson as it turns out to be the best Christmas gift for her. Nothing can be thought beyond the letter. Some other titles may be an extraordinary Christmas present, the most adorable Christmas present. Next is fill in the blanks using the correct form of the verbs in the brackets. My little sister is very naughty. When she dashed back from school yesterday, in the bracket it is come and the answer is came. She had dashed her dress. In the bracket it is tear and the answer is torn. We dash her. In the bracket it is asked and the answer is asked. How it had dash. In the bracket it is happened and the answer is happened. She dash and in the bracket it is say and the answer is said. She dash with a boy. In the bracket it is have a quarrel and the answer is had quarreled. She dash him in a race. In the bracket it is have and beat. And the answer is had beaten. And he dashed to push her. In the bracket it is have try and the answer is had tried to push her. She dash tell the teacher. In the bracket it is have tell and the answer is had told. So he dash her. In the bracket it is have chase and the answer is had chased. She dash down. In the bracket it is have fall and the answer is had fallen down and dash her dress. In the bracket it is have tear and the answer is had torn. Fourth question is the table below contains a list of nouns and some adjectives. Use as many adjectives as you can to describe each noun. You might come up with some funny descriptions. Nouns: elephant. In adjectives: enormous, wild, large. In nouns, face. In adjective, circular, stripper, round, cheerful, red, cold. In nouns, building. In adjective, circular, round, large, red, medium sized. In nouns, water. In adjectives, color, blue, red, enormous. First question is, in groups discuss whether wars are good way to end conflict between countries. Then present your argument to the whole. And the answer is, war leaves nothing but destruction, loss of man, money and material is felt after war and had ended. They are a good way to end conflicts between countries. Only having a good talk in regular momentum can lessen the tension. A nation becomes weak when the war is thrown on it, whether it is economically or materially. No nation. Second question is, what kind of presents do you like and why? What are the things you keep in mind when you buy presents for others? Discuss with your partner. And the answer is, providing presents may vary from person to person. If you are to give presents to an old lady, you must have not select book but a shawl or kneecap. To a housewife, a book is meaningless as compared to a set of airtight containers. We must think very professionally before selecting a present to be given. Some presents are beneficial to others, some presents are worthless to others. Make a sensible selection by matching one's taste and requirements. First question is, imagine you are Jim. You have returned to your town after the war. In your diary, record how you feel about the changes you see and events that occur in your town. It could begin like this: 25 December 1919. It's Christmas today, but the town looks. And the answer is, it is given below.